went to a singles mixer, and only women showed up.
So where are the men? Where do y'all hang out? If you don't go to coffee shops? I'm so tired of going to a bar or go to different events and they're 90% of the ladies and only 3 men hang out in the corner. Do you guys just not leave the house or go outside? Yeah, I would love to stop using all the dating apps that are just not working anymore and start meeting people in real life organically. But where do men usually hang out? I feel like I've been looking at the wrong places. So let me know in the comments.
Something strange is happening. Singles events are full of women and almost no men. Even when organizers do everything they can to attract them, men simply don't show up. In this video, we're going to analyze what might be behind this behavior that's leaving a lot of people confused.
All I want this summer is a man that has a job, works out, is a foodie, but also likes to have fun, lives a balanced lifestyle. So he works out and he does his job and he grinds, but he also likes to go out on the weekends. He likes to party, he likes to travel. He would, on a Thursday, stay in and we could order food or make food together and just relax, watch Netflix, do absolutely nothing but hang out with each other. But then the following weekend, we go out, we party, we have fun. He randomly texts me on a Tuesday and he says, get changed, be ready by 8 because I have a date planned for us. I made the reservation and everything and I'll be picking you up right at 8, so be ready outside your apartment. Where is that man? Because I've been looking for a man for that for this summer and I can't find them. And there's a lot of men in New York, okay, and I can't find him. But I also want him to look at me every single day and think that he won the lottery with me. So let's add that in there.
Ain't no desirable man going to no speed dating event. I don't know who need to hear that, but before y'all keep wasting y'all money and time going to these speed dating events, don't do it if you expecting men that you would actually want to be there, because they're not. If there are any men there at all, they're definitely not going to be the type of man that you would want. They're going to be undesirable, but they won't be actual top tier, attractive men with things going for themselves. You know why? Because if a man is actually desirable, why would he need to come to a speed dating event? He wouldn't. Desirable men get women constantly, whether it's walking out the house, going to the store, going to the gym, going to school. They don't have a problem in the woman department. See, y'all having a problem in the men department, which is why you're at a speed dating event. But these men are not having an issue with women when they're desirable. They don't have a problem getting girls. You have a problem getting men. And that's something that you need to work on. But as far as going to these speed dating events and thinking that you're going to meet actual men that you would want, they're not going to be there. You'll be good if you even get any men there at all, even the ones that nobody wants.
Look, I kind of understand her point, but there's something many women don't want to admit. When you say desirable men don't go to speed dating, what you're really saying is that those events are only for men you consider beneath your standards. And men notice that. Many simply don't want to walk into a place where they already feel judged. A man with value would rather meet a woman in a natural setting where there's real respect and curiosity, not an event full of unrealistic expectations and constant comparison.
I'm in the part of singleness where I want a boyfriend, but I don't want to interact with men to figure out who will be my boyfriend. The dating apps, I have Raya, I go on and do my swipes, and every time I connect with someone, I'm like, crap. I just don't want to put in the effort to chat and blah, 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 because it never shows you anybody that lives close, right? I live in Louisville, Kentucky. Who are they going to show here? Nobody. Newsflash, I've found one person, and then we didn't meet up because they were here for a business trip, and I just didn't care enough to go meet up with them because I don't care. I would rather meet someone in person and we hit it off and click, because my issue with online dating, especially when it's long distance, is you can talk so much to somebody and then when you get in person with them, the vibe isn't there, or they're different than what you thought in your head, or there's something that came up on the phone and it wasn't a big deal, but in person it is a big part of who they are, and you're like, oh God. So yeah, no, I am lacking physical touch right now. I'm lacking just someone being obsessed with me and telling me every day. And I don't want to do anything about it, but I want to have someone. That's the issue. The issue is, though, that I'm not interested in the people that are interested in me. I'm very picky, and I'm high maintenance, and you can do one thing and I'm going to get the ick, and I'll be like, next, and I'll unmatch, or I'll stop texting. I get uninterested very quickly. I don't care. I need to move from Louisville, Kentucky. I think that's the consensus here.
I'm heading to the Sounds game because they're doing a wristband night where at the Bandbox, which I hear has new drinks, I'm excited to check them out. You pick out your wristband if you're single or taken or here for vibes or whatever, and no less than at least 10 people sent this to me. So I'm gonna go check it out. I'm really excited. It looks like maybe the sun's even trying to come out. Should be a good night at the ballpark. This does not bode well. We're here, as is part of the course with this experiment. There are no more wristbands. The game only started 5 minutes ago. They brought in fake wristbands, so we got one. So far, I've seen one guy that I went on a date with years ago, and I've seen him on the apps like 15 times since then. We've never matched again, so I feel like he's out. Update. Tried talking to one guy who was age appropriate. Not into it. I get the sense that he's looking for a younger woman. Whatever. That I got my dreamsicle. So I'm happy. Well, in terms of meeting someone, not a successful event. But you know what? I was there with friends. I ran into some more friends. It's so dark. I met some new friends. Thank you to a couple of you who came and said hi. It was great to meet you. So all in all, a really fun night. It was a beautiful night at the ball field. I always love coming to Sounds games. So it was fun. Oh, I got some Sounds swag too. So that's fun. Just no luck on the dating front. Oh well.
This story shows the current problem pretty clearly. The event had an interesting idea, but it feels like a real-life version of dating apps. Everything becomes a catalog. Age range, comparing options, deciding who's better. Men sense that immediately. When the environment feels like a selection process, many lose interest. A man with value usually wants a natural conversation, not the feeling that he's being evaluated the whole time. So the few men who show up don't engage much, and the night turns into just another hangout with friends.
I went on a date and it's like, it was good. And then yet, like, I'm just tired of, like, I don't know. The bill came. The bill didn't come. He asked for the bill. And in French, he said 2 bills. And then so they came. And I was like, if someone says, I want to take you out, then I want to be taken out, which means to me to pay and whatever. So we did that. I paid and it's fine. And then after I was honest and I just said it, like, I don't know. Cause I said like, yeah, I thought you were going to take me out. And like, to me, that means pay. And then suddenly his English wasn't so good anymore. When he was like, I don't understand what you mean. I was honest and like, whatever, what else do I have to lose? I just want to be honest because there's a way that I want to be treated. And like, I might as well just tell someone, like, what else do I have to lose? I don't know. And then like afterwards, he was like, next time I'll pay. Like unprompted, he said that after we were having another conversation. I said, okay. And then he said, are you free this week? And I said, yeah. And then I texted him after and I'm like, I had a nice time, thanks. And then he read it and didn't respond. And it's like, okay, I don't know. Like, I'm just tired of... I'm happy I was honest. But, like, I just, like, want a fucking gentleman.
The guys have made it in, and they got to just pick wherever they wanted to sit and who they wanted to start dating. And I'm alone. So many girls. Well, I know we're all like... So the guys paid to be here. That's what's weird. And there's a lot more girls than guys. So that's weird. And it's not a situation of like where you date everyone and you just say yes or no or something. And then at the end, if you both said yes to each other, you hang out later. You ask to match right away. And you like give the person like your QR code. And then you just like basically ask to match with them. Like they were saying like, ladies, you should initiate. Like, guys love when you initiate. I'm sorry, what? And once you match with someone, you go next door and there's like an open bar and you all hang out. So they're like, we're really encouraging you to match. And I'm like, well, I'll match for an open bar, but I'm not gonna match. Like, I don't know, it just like doesn't really make any fucking sense. But there's so many girls here, everyone's so pretty, but the vibes are a little weird.
This situation is almost a snapshot of modern dating. A lot of attractive women, very few men, and on top of that, men are expected to pay to enter that environment. Many men have already realized that the dynamic at these events often works against them. And when organizers start encouraging women to initiate, it becomes clear that the traditional dynamic is already broken there. In the end, the event becomes more of a social gathering among the women themselves rather than a space where men and women naturally connect.
Okay, I'm going to be really real for a second, and I hope someone relates to this. It's my 29th birthday today. I make jokes every year like, oh, maybe this year or by the time I turn this age, I'll have a boyfriend finally, because I've never had a boyfriend. But if I'm being really honest with myself, I could have a boyfriend. I could go on dates all the time if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I want to live life in a skinny body first. I've always struggled with my weight ever since I hit puberty. And it's just been something that has been really difficult for me throughout the years. And I've never been able to live life in a skinny body, which of course everyone has a different definition for what they consider skinny. But I've definitely not been what society considers skinny. So I would like to have that experience before I date somebody. And that might be a bit controversial, but that's, if I'm being really honest with myself, that's why I'm not allowing myself to like indulge in any dating experiences, because first of all, I don't feel comfortable in my body the way it is. And I know you can work on that. I've tried. If I'm being really honest with myself, I want to be skinny and like whatever that means to me. I'm going to have a different definition than you. But I want to have that experience before I like date, because not that you can't date seriously at like if at my size, but I don't want to, because I get worried that I want to live like a single life. I guess I should specify that. I want to live a single life in a skinny body and enjoy my singleness as a skinny person before I date. Who knows if that will ever happen. I could be totally jeopardizing myself and just wasting my own time. But I also feel that I would be cutting myself short of like some sort of life experience that I could have if I just waited to date. You know what I mean? So I would like to finally lose weight and feel really comfortable in my body first and like really confident, because at this point I would feel extremely uncomfortable dating and doing any sort of romantic things now, if that makes sense. Yeah.
So I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend. Y'all know I'm an event planner and I have a fish farm, and I advertised a fishing for love event where singles could come here and fish and have dinner and meet each other in person, not on a dating app. And 5 women RSVP'd yes, and 1 man. And even the 1 man that did RSVP did it through one of the ladies. Now, I did all of my marketing specifically towards men because I knew that the women would RSVP. I promoted the event on 45 different Facebook groups specifically about hunting, fishing, camping, country life, and all local to my area. I know that my post reached over 12,000 people specific to the age group, the gender, and the interests that I just described. And yet, no man RSVP'd. So let's talk about why men are not RSVPing and attending these singles meet and greets. So I read something that said that men are just more spontaneous, they just want to show up, but I don't think that's true, because men have no problem buying their season tickets to a football game a year in advance. being on time for their fantasy football event, being at a 7 a.m. golf tee time. So the issue must be that they're just not interested in attending these singles meet and greets. I also read that men don't really like the pressure of meeting a woman in a formal dating experience, and they prefer meeting a woman naturally, like at a bar or a concert. But like, don't we all? Now remember, I chose an event that men love doing, and I get men here every day at my farm fishing. I chose a fishing event because as an event planner, I know that I have to always have something for men to be doing. Men don't enjoy just standing around talking like women do. So that's why I chose fishing as the predominant activity. And yet they still didn't want to come. So I would love to hear from you all as to why you think men don't attend singles events. Because all I hear is them on social media talking about how lonely they are and how they all want to meet a woman and how much they hate the apps. So what do you think?
Here's an important point. Many men do complain about loneliness, but that doesn't mean they want to attend organized singles events. A lot of men today avoid these situations because the pressure is huge and any small mistake can lead to judgment. On top of that, many have already lost trust in the modern dating environment. They'd rather meet someone naturally without it feeling like a job interview. When an event already starts with a room full of women expecting something specific, many men simply think, better avoid the headache.